Hello guys, Hector from Phoenix, Australia. Welcome back to the channel. Look at here. My goodness. Isn't it pretty? Um, it's been a long time on the making. I had it in the shelf there, but with all the work we got, I couldn't make it happen. So I had a customer, he pushed me hard and make it, build it for him. He already has the other type, which is with the blue engine, and he is really happy with the configuration. But we offer with this bit power to, instead to use the 42 liter, we install the 70 liter version of the U-door pump, and believe me, this thing is a beast. It's a completely beast. Previous to these pumps, I had the previous setup pump, the 85 liters per minute assembly in the petrol engine. This thing outperforms the 85 liters per minute. Just because it's a fit in the electrical motor, you can see there is not unloader in this particular version. It's everything mechanically safe with the relief valve and controlled by the pressure switch, and in case it fails, it's a double safe. The pressure relief will discharge. So everything is controlled by the RPMs of the engines, and as well your nozzle selection. So as you select different RPMs, you control the flow, and by changing the type of nozzles, you control the pressure in the line. So you can, the beauty of this particular system is that it's got a adjustable pressure switch. We didn't went with the solution that Big Power and Comet has in the market, because there are a few reasons, but the main one, it was the fixed pressure on the pressure switch. It could be, I don't want to get deep in this because but I'll just leave it as that. But the way I set up this unit is a lot more safer for the pump and more adjustably. You have more open way to operate the pump. So we can say it like that and leave it in there. All right. So benefits of the electrical motors. Obviously, the pump will start and stop only when you use it, which is gonna decrease the maintenance on your pump and in your gearbox by at least 10 times if you compare it with a petrol engine that is all the time running. Okay. Then another benefit is in there is that just right out of the box you get at least 20% to 25% more performance in the pump with this kind of engine, so with the 240 volts. And the reason behind that is because there is no bypass going back to the loop, so it will start and stop, and you can set it up in the maximum setting, where the petrol pumps you have to set up around 180-190 psi. Over than that, you can use few times here and there, if you need an extra reach. But if you continuously using over that kind of pressure, you're gonna have issues. All right, issues not with the pump, let's say this way, especially with this pump, because it's got a reinforced manifolds, and it will take a bit, probably another kind of pumps. I'm not putting more names in here, but another kind of pumps you can get cracks in the heads and joints leaking and stuff like that. Not with this pump. I wanted to be clear in this particular section of the video. So you're gonna have problems with your popping lines. You're gonna have problems because your bypass is coming back to your manifold. It's very hard to find chemical resistance with Hastelloy spring check valves that it will resist more than 250 psi. Check valves and lines and fittings, and so you're gonna have problems in this particular area, or in your hose, going to your hose reel, and some other places. With these, you not have this problem because the pressure stays from the pressure side from the pump back to the reel, but it's not coming back to the manifold. So there is a lot of benefits. Obviously, if you got we have this one set up at the moment with because the customer has got a generator and he likes that configuration. But you can get a battery, we've got batteries as well, that you can run this thing in the low setting for 3 hours, in the high setting for 1.5 hours. So the downside, I wouldn't say downside, is that you need an additional generator, or you have to spend a lot of money in batteries. Okay. So other than that, this motor, it's got a lot of configurations. The way you start it, you push that button in there, and then you have a lot of modes in there. Let me see. So you adjust your flow with the knob in the middle, and then these are the RPM selected, and you can change your modes in here. Sorry. And you will have a lot of modes. Like this one is voltage, and hours, working hours for your maintenance in your. So it's got a lot of functions in there for you to know a status of the motor, and settings and stuff, which is gonna make your life easier, as I said before, for example, in maintenance, or control your RPMs, your exact RPMs, running your pump, etc. All right, so we gonna have these units in the 42 liters available as well, with manifold. That's gonna be all in one. So the way we're gonna deliver these kind of units is with all-in-one unit, and you can choose to have a remote rings module, or just the frame with the manifold and the Softwash pump unit. We will get some prices really soon in the website for you. All right. I will leave you now with some small performance video that I did earlier for you to see how the pump performs. As I always say, I just hearing people saying, "Oh, you don't need that kind of flow." Of course you don't. Again, but the beauty of this, you can adjust it, but the day you need it is there. So you're not gonna use the full power of this unit all the time. So you can be really gentle, to apply your chemical, or you can blast it 3 or 4 or 5 stories, and really get that power of rinsing up there, so that's the beauty of these particular units. All right, I'll leave you here with the performance videos. Please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon in there to stay tuned. We are very active lately, so you don't want to miss any of our videos. And give us some thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching, and check it out, the performance videos as follow. Take care. Cheers. So now I wanted to make a little test. Now the pump is set up in rinse mode. I hooked up one of these red guns. I don't have any water boss out of the box, so this one will do. The water boss will be a little bit more precise and maybe get a meter more in distance and stuff, but yeah, this will do the test pretty well. So yeah, now it's in rinse mode settings. Okay, so let's give it a little bit of test. As you can see, you can push, the water really, and the handle is kind of pushing me back, so at the moment we are in about 160 psi at the gun, and so this thing is kind of really pushing, so very simple to rinse. I did a test in distance. You can see that it's wet up there, and it's getting about 25 meters. So the guys there, for the Americans, that will be able to put with this gun. I didn't test it with the other guns, but probably with a shooter also we can get more distance. But this thing is got so much power. It's kind of really punching the facade, and yeah, you can reach easily 3 stories in there. I would say you can reach with this thing 4 and 5 stories, but with 3 stories, I start really splashing in there. A lot of power. So I'll change the gun and I show you a little bit now. So now I've got one of these polygons hooked up, and I just wanted to show you that you can actually calibrate the pump to do some delicates, and you can put in small tips in there in case you wanted to land in a little bit of stop to the, and just using around 80 psi or something. So that's something that you can decrease the RPMs in the motor, and put in a smaller tips. I'm gonna swap a little bit. Sorry, I'm only one-hander in here. So, and then you can get, for example, if you want to reach with a low flow just for application, you can just use these small tips and you can do a little bit of application as you like, Or you can, by playing with the tips, I'm gonna put another slightly bigger to drop the pressure up to 80 psi, and something more controllable, So hey, here you go. This thing is gonna help you for application, and it's gonna blast everything off because it's so powerful. All right. Hope this helped. Cheers.